Very pleased to be joined by team principal of Sauber, soon to be Audi, team principal Jonathan Wheatley. Jonathan, thank you so much for taking the time to do this with us. We appreciate it. It's good to see you.
Well, it's very kind of you to invite me on, so yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you too.
Welcome to Canada, I should say. Have you visited any other part of Canada outside of Montreal, Quebec?
No, I've been coming here for 34 years, so
Yeah.
I know Montreal really well, and I'm still finding new things every year I come here, but unfortunately with the travel schedule and 24 races a year, I don't really get to do much sightseeing.
Yeah, well, if you ever get a chance, recommend a whole number of different provinces. Going out west is beautiful, going out east is beautiful. I want to talk to you a bit about the transition from Sauber into Audi. And what that has been like for the team so far, because this is going to be your first full year with the team.
Well, it's a huge project, and it's a joint project between Mattia Binotto and I. What I really liked about the Audi structure when I first started getting into a dialogue about coming to join the team was the fact that with this 24 race season, we're trying to bring chassis and powertrain together all in the same time. It's just impossible for one person to do that in a conventional team principal role where you're in charge of everything. So the exciting thing for the project was I could concentrate on the racing side, the commercial side, the communications, and Mattia would concentrate on building the fastest car that we can possibly build.
You're very good at team building, and I wanted to know how how do you create a team, and how do you create a team atmosphere and environment?
I think you have to believe in the power of a team. I think you have to believe in people. You have to empower people, create an environment where they can make mistakes in a recrimination-free way, that the whole team can learn from those mistakes, but that they feel empowered to push the system, push things until they get there. And then it's about leading by example, I think, as well, and treating people how you'd like to be treated. There's no huge philosophy, really.
Yeah.
I just try to guide people and help them in their career paths and guide the organisation.
It's a very big project to undertake. How long do you see this transition, and when do you feel the team could be really competitive, punching into the top 5, punching into the top 4, or maybe even top 3? What does that time frame look like?
Well, we've set a very, very aggressive target of being in a position to win races and winning championships by 2030. You can imagine it's not a straight line to get there.
Yeah.
There's a few hairpins on the way, and what we're going to try to do is straight line as many of those as possible. The good news is Mattia started long before I did. He's got a lot of this stuff underway already. And the other good news is that if you like the Venn diagram between our roles, the bit where the circles overlap, that's where we're having a lot of fun, and we're engaged and looking to push the business forward.
I want to bring it back to the Spanish Grand Prix. Brought some upgrades for the car in that race. Looked like everything worked out fairly well for you. How much of it was strategy? How much of it was upgrades? How much of it was driving?
Well, look, I think the fundamental is that the development program is working now. The tools are making sense and they're translating on the track. So the first thing is tremendous amount of work going on back in Hinwil to give us the best car that we can possibly have. Then you have to get that over the line. You have to deliver it. And I think actually on Sunday we did a really great job in all aspects. We did a good strategy. We did a great pit stop performance from the team as well. Communication was really good. And Nico was absolutely on fire.
Yeah, he was on it for sure. That was the next part of my question, was the experience that Hlkenberg brings to the team. What is that like for a team principal? Because you're not having to deal with a rookie, you're dealing with someone who has a load of experience with other Formula One teams. How valuable is that for you?
Well, I think, first of all, I've known Nico for a while now. Not worked with him up until now, but what a tremendous proven ability he has, He's one of the fastest drivers I've worked with. It seems impossible to me that he hasn't been on the podium before now, so within the team that's a little target. But even more, if you look at our driver lineup, you look at Gabriel and where he's at, to be able to learn from the other side of the engineering office, from somebody with Nico's experience, just being calm in situations where the other driver might feel like that we're losing our way. Yeah. Some of the circuits we go to, the P1 session, track temperatures are super high and the car just feels not together at all. And somebody like Nico there, he can just sit back and it's all part of the course, and it brings a calming influence.
And for this weekend, what are you expecting? I know free practice 3 looked a little difficult, but outside of free practice 3, what do you guys foresee this weekend being for you? Is it going to be a strong weekend, or do you think it could be a little tight to get out of Q1 and into Q2?
This is one of my favourite circuits in
Yeah.
the world. It's very, very challenging. It has a lot of high-speed sections and then some very slow braking, acceleration, traction phases and what have you. Really, really tests the car. And it will suit some cars more than other ones. You know, this is what a World Championship's all about, going to these different venues. We got through our programme. Nico avoided just about the Wall of Champions. I've worked here with drivers who haven't avoided it. So let's take that's a good sign moving forwards.
Jonathan Wheatley, team principal, Kick Sauber F1 team. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I've enjoyed it.